Hi, I'm Avlin and I'm an intern with Lexis and Company for the month of July. And today I'll be discussing the concept of law given by Calson. So, Calson has propounded the theory, the pure theory of law, that is, the theory which is free from social, historical, political, psychological influences. And is a self supporting theory. Further, he says that law is a normative science and not a natural science, and uh, there are various sanctions which are attached with law. And further, he says that the lawfulness of a norm can be derived from the norm itself, can be seen from the norm itself. And he further defines law as a conduct of human behavior. According to Calson, law is a odd proposition, that is, norms. For example, if X happens, Y ought to happen. That is, if a person commits a theft, then he ought to be punished. So, law does not attempt to describe what actually occurs, but only prescribes certain rules. So, norm is a legal meaning attached to an act of will. It is the meaning of an act by which certain behavior is commanded, permitted of, or authorized. Further, it is explained by him that a norm is valid only because it has been derived from or is ordained by another superior norm. So, from here, he derives the theory of grunt norm. So, according to Calcin, there is a grunt norm which is considered to be the superior norm, and rest all the acts, laws, or norms which have been made are derived from that particular norm. So, according to him, in the countries which have written constitution like US, India, their grand norm is considered to be the constitution. So, if we talk about India, if we see all our laws, whether it is IPC, CRPC, civil law, criminal law, narcotics act, or whatever it is, everything has been derived in consonance with the constitution of India. So any act or law which is not in conformity with the constitution is held to be void or is held in abeyance. Since Calcin has compared law as the conduct of human behavior, he believes that the grant norm, which is the superior norm and which is the source of derivation of the validity of other laws, must have an effective belief of people whose behavior is being controlled or is being validated by the grant norm. But as all theories have been criticized, similar has happened with the Calcin's theory. It has been criticized on various points. So the very foremost point was the validity of the grant norm. We are saying that we derive the validity of all other laws from the grant norm, but where holds the validity or the conformity as to the validity of the grant norm? So that means if the grant norm is not valid or any provision of the grant norm is not valid, then the act derived on the basis of that provision is also going to be not valid. Hence, the concept of grant norm is not clear and is confusing and is vague. Further, no practical significance. It has sociological jurists criticize this thing on the ground that no practical significance. Further, Calson's theory has been criticized on the point that he has completely ignored natural law, and international at international level, this theory is very weak, and these were the points on which basically his theory was criticized. So, if we talk about Calson's theory, on what are the elements of Calson's theory? So the basic aim of Calcin was in having a pure theory of law, or in propounding the pure theory of law, was that is to reduce the chaos and multiplicity to unite. Further, he says that law is a normative science and not a natural science. And then the relationship of a legal theory to a particular system of positive law is possible to actual law. So these were all the points which were the basis of Calson's theory. Thank you.